Hello there everybody, and welcome to, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, a spoiler video for the Transfomers TCG. Anthony joining you once again, and today I'll be getting the opportunity to show off a pair of new Quintessa cards coming out of the upcoming Wave BFB Wastelands from Team Bayformers. 7 long months of behind-the-scenes work dating back to a couple weeks after BFA released its 1.0 version have concluded, and now Bayformers has a new set in the beta testing phase, and let's just say there's some pretty interesting concepts coming out of it, and I know what's coming, and I have to tell you, you are going to want to pay as close attention as possible to this because it is going to be huge. But before we dive into one of the most interesting concepts presented in the first phase of the beta, I do want to mention a couple of things. One, if my audio sounds different in the second half of this video, that's because I was using a different mic at the time and that was recorded before this, so that's what's going on if there's an audio difference. And second, you can help ensure that all the cards in the beta are as polished as humanly possible. Down in the description, I provided links to the Bayformers website, which has the PDFs for the beta, as well as links to a feedback form and the Discord. If you're interested in helping out, go check out the PDFs on the website to find out what cards are currently available for testing, go print them off, test them, and then either leave your feedback on the forum or join the Discord server if you want to directly converse with all the testers about your findings. Personally, I'd recommend the Discord method just because it's a bit easier to quickly report findings, but if that doesn't work for you, I can assure you they do read all the forum responses. Just do whatever works best for you to get the data in. But enough about how you can join the beta. You're here to see Lord Kledji and this new win condition I hinted about in the thumbnail and the title. First, let's talk about Kledji though, and the first thing to note about him is that he is a judge, and what this means is, just like Deliberata and Clementia from BFA, he starts in bot mode and can't flip. Mission briefing. In addition to that, he's a leader and a specialist, which opens him up to the usual field communicator and multi-tool plays, but being a Quintessa, you also have access to the aspects as well as the tentacles, especially the tentacles, more on that later. For stats, the health is fairly impressive at 22, and it seems even more impressive once you realize he's 14 stars compared to Galaxy Prime's 21 health at 15, but all of that is put into balance once you see he has 2 attack and 2 defense. That seems kind of sucky, but this is standard for judges. Low attack, okay defense, high health. These guys really aren't meant to be attackers unless you beef up their defense and throw a shield crash down. They're meant to be support pieces. As for his ability, similar to other judges, it's a tap ability that lets you choose an effect, but unlike the other judges, you get 4 choices instead of 2. All of them require you to scrap at least 1 green icon card, and if you only scrap 1, you either get to draw 2 cards, do 2 damage to a tapped enemy, or repair 2 damage from a tapped character. As for the 4th option, should you scrap 2 green icon cards, you get to scrap an enemy upgrade. Now, is that the most efficient option ever? No, but it's there as an option should you need it, and the effects themselves overall aren't the most impressive, but it is fairly versatile for a toolbox character. Now, are you going to play this as the centerpiece of a team, similar to how Galaxy Prime was played? I mean, you technically could, but given certain recent events involving Tank borrowing my decks, it probably isn't the best option out there. Speaking of options, there are some tricks you can throw onto this guy to get the most out of him. First are a couple of cards from BFA, Forked Tentacle and Aspect of Laughter. The former allows you to use 2 of his options at once, and while that might have you saying, but that requires 2 or 3 green icons to even use, if you slap Aspect of Laughter onto him, you either need no greens or only 1 should you be using the upgrade scrapping effect. Now, there's also Sharkticon Matrix to help with the judge's natural role of being flanked by several sharks or gators, so that's an option if you do decide to play him as a centerpiece in a deck that isn't his stratagem, which we'll get into in a minute. There's also Shield Crash, which allows you to turn your judge, in this case Kledji, into a one-man wrecking crew for a turn, and yes, that is a viable play. I've seen it happen a number of times with the classic Deliberata plus 3 Sharks build, including in tournaments. Albeit, those are BFA options, so what options officially supported by BFA are there to support him? The only one that I can think of from waves 1 through 5 is Microcapacitor, but that's a blank card, so that may not be an option in some cases, and there's probably something else out there that I'm missing that could help him. Let me know down in the comments if you can think of anything else. And looking beyond Wizards and Bayformers sets, there are a few cards in other sets directly supported by Bayformers that are interesting picks to use with Kledji. The first of these is the Ark's Crackback, and this is a card that I erroneously called a defensive staple back in October 2020, and while that take is mostly aged like milk, with Kledji and judges in general, their defense can get pretty high thanks to the aspects and the tentacles, so it might not be a bad play if your opponent is running some smaller base attack values. As for the other officially supported non-Bayformers set, This one is kind of a stretch though, but Contemplation from the recently released Turbo Revan Old Punks Phase 1 could be an interesting play should your hand get a bit clogged up with non-green cards as a way to cycle them out. And while Wave X isn't officially supported by Bayformers, or rather primarily supported, there is Quintessa Incursion as a way to keep cards in hand to help use Kledji, albeit while Quintessa's on that card is listed as a trait, there is currently a temporary ruling in place that says you can use this card on Bayformers Quintessans, albeit we may see that card get changed in the future to be a bit more clear into the fact that it does support those Bayformers Quintessans. We'll see what happens though. So that's Kledji, but you're probably still wondering about that alt-win condition I've mentioned. Well, it's time to show that off, but before I do, I need to assure you that this thing is nowhere near as busted as Daring Escape became, and part of the reason for that is that the card in question is a strat for Kledji specifically, Invasion of Cybertron. Also, remember a couple minutes ago when I said that tentacles were especially important for Kledji? This card is why, as it reads, quote, when your Lord Kledji, Royal Ruler of Quintessa, is on the battlefield and he becomes tapped, put an invasion counter on this for each tentacle on him. Then, if there are 15 or more invasion counters on this, you win the game. Now, if you're not familiar with the tentacles, this is a trait that goes on certain upgrades. In BFA, there was the Ancient Security Tentacle, the Forked Tentacle, and the Litigious Tentacle. You put those onto him and you tap, he becomes tapped, you get invasion counters on this. And before we dive into a bit more about how to use this card, I do want to talk about why this thing isn't nearly as potent as Daring Escape became, and it really comes down to two things. First, the counters to Invasion of Cybertron are played at a very high frequency, relatively speaking, unlike Daring Escape's counters, which were like Turbo Board, Hijack, System Reboot, and Fog of War, and Invasion of Cybertron's counters are much more common in the grand scheme of things, albeit I won't go into what those counters are for Invasion because I don't want to spell everything out for you. And second, because the way to win with Invasion of Cybertron relies having upgrades on the field, and the card requires you to put counters on it to keep track of how close you are to winning, your opponent can very easily keep track of how close you are to your victory condition, rather than having to guess how close you are to going off for Daring Escape. Plus, with Daring Escape, if your opponent gets their combo off, it's likely game over, whereas there are plenty of opportunities to disrupt Invasion of Cybertron, even if it's at full power. Now, I could just go through some potential options to help make this work, make it more of a discussion format, but I think a full gameplay demonstration would be a lot more entertaining, so let's hop over to one right now. Okay, here we are in TTS. Scorp is going to be my opponent for this demo game, and as Bill, Tank, and Metaphor watch on, and Bill and Tank probably just chant Baba Booey repeatedly, we're going to get Invasion of Cybertron versus Prime, Fangry, and Impactor.
Sentinels.
Scorp has used this deck a few times.
Bubus, you'll visit Anubis!
What do I call this?
Baba Booey, eh?
It's inspired by a thing that's inspired by a thing.
Yeah, so anyways, I got Aronik and Chomp here from BFA, and then Kledji, this is actually the alpha render, and if it looks kind of blurry, that's because I had to Photoshop this out of the alpha PDF for reasons. And then Invasion of Cybertron's just sitting over here because Invasion of Cybertron. And let's see how this goes against a pretty aggro deck. Hopefully, this is an interesting match. I'm going to mention in full disclosure, I am recording multiple games with this deck and picking the most interesting of the bunch to upload, so if you're seeing this, it was the most interesting of the bunch. Anyways, 3.
That's a 3.
I got a 9. I will go first. Alrighty, I will draw for turn, and we are already off to a decent start. I will flip Chomp and play a Litigious Tentacle onto Kledji.
Alright.
And then we will just send Aronik after Fangry.
Okay.
Doesn't really matter who I go into, I'm just picking targets for the sake of it. Going in for 3, Pierce 1.
Block 2, take the Pierce.
I will drop a Counterespionage for that Manipulate Time. Also, I should mention for Manipulate Time, this video is being recorded before the 1.2 update for BFA, and Manipulate Time is supposed to say that character gets tough equals the number of Quintessons you have on the battlefield until end of battle. That was something that was not included in the 1.0 or the 1.1 version. Just a minor housekeeping update that's coming. Anyways, your go.
Okay, I'll draw.
Damn it, Bill! What the hell is that?
Let's flip Impactor.
For context, there's some bull ensuing in custom cards right now with a specific image of Rekgar.
Yeah, let's play a secret
And it's
action.
all Tank's fault.
And send Impactor into Aronik.
It's getting worse, god damn it. Anyways, Impactor into
Well,
Aronik.
hold
You
two.
cannot use Pierce. You okay there, dude?
No.
Anyways, you're going into 4, and you can't use Pierce.
That is 7.
I'll take 3.
I will drop an improvised for a wedge.
Come on, get in the scrap. Draw for turn. Let's Occupation. Draw 2. Scrapping a Tetrinite and a Stim Shock. Playing a Ancient Security Tentacle. Then we will play a Sparring Gear onto Kledji. Tap Kledji. Scrap a Manipulate Time to draw 2 and get 2 counters on Invasion of Cybertron. Dip, dip. And flip Chomp and send Chomp into Impactor. I will focus. I will keep
hold the line.
that. Okay, so you can't take more than 4. Oh, I got the trigger! Oh my god, I actually got the trigger on the first try. Kledji untaps, going in for 4 Pierce 2.
Block 2, take 2.
I will drop a Counterespionage for that Manipulate Time.
Okay, let's draw.
Oh my god, Bill!
Excellent.
Anyways,
We'll flip Prime.
jump cut editing.
Let's set a secret action.
I
Put an energy pack on
2
Prime.
turns in a row. I've dumped a Counterespionage, and then you have another secret action.
Then we're gonna send Prime into Chomp.
Okay.
I got focus.
Yep.
Keep it.
Going into 3.
There's my data bank.
Funny card.
Swinging for 8.
8 into 3. I will live on 1.
Oh. Let's drop a wedge for a Nebulous Blaster.
Draw for turn. Ooh, this is interesting. Also, that Occupation, I don't know
Jump
why
cut.
that's there.
Jump cut time and getting the phone call.
Okay, pause. Okay, we are back. Scorp had to step away for a moment. Now I gotta figure out what the hell I'm doing here.
Over to you, yes.
I will put a tentacle on Kledji.
I will dramatically pause.
We will... That doesn't work. Let's just tap Kledji, scrap a Manipulate Time, and draw 2. Actually, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Alrighty, I still have not played an action this turn, so I am going to gain 3 counters on Invasion for that tap. We'll Scouting Mission Kledji to draw 2. And I will pass my turn.
Tap abilities. Let's draw. Oh.
Gotta love them.
Oh, hello. I'm gonna save that. Fangry is an Autobot thanks to his head, so we'll give him the Nebulous Blaster.
Reasonable.
Put Prime. And the wise place to put Belligerence and send him into the Lord.
Alrighty.
Bold 4.
You're going into 5.
Okay. You know what? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. From top. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
16 into 5, I will take 11.
Beautiful.
I will drop, or you have greens first.
I'm good.
Alrighty, I'll drop a Reprocess for an Anti-Grav cell. We will untap. I will draw for turn. Okay, we're going to start by flipping Chomp to bot mode, replacing an Ancient Security Tentacle with a Litigious Tentacle. Then we will Anti-Grav cell on Kledji. Equipment Enthusiast for 5. Tap Kledji, Anti-Grav cell will trigger, untap Kledji, gain 3 counters, and I will scrap a Ancient Security Tentacle to draw 2. Then let's send Aronik after Impactor. Going in for 4 Pierce 1.
I'll block 3, take 1.
I will drop a Open Agenda for that Aspect of Doubt, and it'll be your go.
Let's draw. Oh, that's a great card. I'm gonna flip Impactor and Precision Fire bot mode.
Okay, Chomp is dead, and Kledji will take 1.
Okay, so Impactor flipped, giving everybody
Bold 1 on your side.
only 1 attack. So Impactor will attack Aronik.
Alrighty, you do not
We'll
get
do that.
Pierce.
We're drawing is... No, we're sending Impactor.
Alrighty, you do not get Pierce.
I do get Bolt 2, though.
Yeah. Going into 3.
Card I wanted. Both of them, actually. 5.
5 into 3, I'll take 2.
Do I grab the Reprocess? Oh, you alright? What happened?
Alrighty, you picking up anything?
Just counting, so 3 turns. Ish. To get all your counters. So I might as well... Nah, Fangry's just gonna unload. We'll pass on the reprocesses, which may come back to bite me, we'll see.
Will not pick up the Counterespionage. I will draw for turn. Okay, so let's start by tapping Kledji and scrapping a Sparring Gear to heal 2 from himself. We will then replace Sparring Gear with an Aspect of Doubt after gaining the 3 counters. Untap him, heal 2. Then let's...
I know.
Set a secret action. And send Kledji into Impactor. I will gain 3 counters. If you cannot kill him next turn, I will win. Going in for 2 Pierce 1.
I'll take the Pierce 1.
Scouting mission for an occupation. It is your go.
Oh boy. Let's counter espionage, manipulate time.
You will see a Turnabout Snare, and in my hand you'll see an Open Agenda, a Pocket Processor, an Equipment Enthusiast, Aspect of Doubt, Anti-Grav Cell, or Occupation.
And I'm just going to concede here.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and move on to Game 2. I'm just going to cut away here. I'm not sure if there's any sideboarding. We'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back. Scorp is going first here. Let's see what happens. You saw what this can do on the play. Let's see what it does on the draw.
Well, we're going to flip Impactor and some Fangry into Kledji.
Yep, that makes sense.
He's got Bolt 4.
Yeah, that's a lot of bold. You're going into 4.
I have not good flip. 7.
7 into 4, I'll take 3.
I'll drop a PTT for a reprocess.
Also, there's the second of the 2 other BFB cards I am including in this deck. You've already seen Anti-Grav Cell. Maybe Abrogate will come up. I don't know. Anyways, draw for turn. Flip Chomp, play a Tentacle. Let's tap Kledji, scrap a Reprocess to draw 2. Still haven't played a card this turn. I will play an Aspect of Doubt, untap him, heal 2. And I should have a counter on Invasion. And let's send Aronik in. Going in for 4 Pierce 2.
I'll take the 2.
Do you get to play the tentacle for free?
I flipped Chomp.
That's why.
Yep, so you take the 2.
For those watching, when you flip Chomp, you may play a green upgrade.
If you're not already familiar with BFA. Anyways, I'm going to drop a... Not actually going to drop anything. It is your go.
Alright. Okay, let's put an energy pack on Prime.
Yeah, that's a card.
Process a Tentacle.
Yeah, that hurts.
And send Impactor into Aronik.
Going into 2. You cannot use Pierce.
There we go. Much better. 9.
9 into 2, I'll take 7.
I'm gonna drop a roll up for a wedge.
Unflinching Courage for a Litigious Tentacle. I'll draw for turn.
Do you mind if I flip Fangry?
I didn't see anything.
I meant to do that.
Let's play a Litigious Tentacle onto Kledji. Let's set a secret action. Tap Kledji, gain a counter, scrap a Litigious Tentacle to draw 2. Then let's go ahead and flip Chomp to alt mode, send him after Impactor. I will get rid of that. I got the trigger, thankfully. Going in for 4 Pierce 2.
Block 2, take 2.
I will dump a open agenda for a manipulate time. It is your go.
I will wedge formation. Fangry is melee. Impactor's ranged. Wish I could play that. Let's flip Prime. Give him an erratic lightning and send him into the Sharkticon.
Turnabout Snare!
I saw that coming. I don't want that. Do it. No, I need keep that out then. Keep a bold.
Going into 3.
Pierce 2.
Take the 2. You have a couple of greens over there?
Let's drop a wedge for a Counterespionage.
Tetrinite for an Aspect of Doubt. I'll draw for turn. Oh, this is going to be funny. Let's tap Kledji. Scrap a Manipulate Time to draw 2. Let's swap missions. Untap Kledji, then tap Kledji, gain another counter. That's how that card works. It just says then tap one of your untapped characters. He is untapped, therefore I can do that. I have confirmed this with Techno on at least 5 occasions. Then let's replace Aspect of Doubt with an Aspect of Doubt. Flip Chomp, play a Pocket Processor on him, and then send him after Impactor. Going in for 2 Pierce 1.
What?
Combos!
It's not just pretzels and cheese anymore.
God damn it, now I want a giant pretzel. Thanks, Bill. Untap your
Salty.
go. Scorp is probably just shook that I just gained 3 counters in one turn with only 1 tentacle. Imagine if I had 3, or if he had not reprocessed that other tentacle.
It's less abusive than Daring Escape.
Yeah. I just accidentally closed Discord. Just trying to close MSE. Hello, you guys still there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just making sure
Prime.
Discord didn't bork on me because, yeah.
Energon Mace on Fangry.
That's a card!
Reckless Charge Impactor. Send
I'm
him
sorry,
into the
what?
Shark. Yeah.
I have not seen that card in a long-ass time. Going into 3, or no, going into 2, because that is a Specialist Blue on Ancient Security.
12.
Yeah, he's dead. Where's insurance write-off when you need it? Anyways, do I want any of those? I think that
It's held up illegal.
God damn it! Anyways, I'll draw for turn, draw for processor. Ooh.
How much health does Kledji have?
22 base. And +2 from each tentacle or each litigious tentacle he has. He's if I say a specific word here, I know we're just going to devolve into South Park imitations again. And by again, I mean this has been going on all night.
He's broken, Kai!
What was that? Say that
He's
again.
broken, Kai!
Okay, say that one more time so I make sure I can censor things out if need be.
He's broken, Kai!
He's broken, okay. Okay. I don't give a anyways. It's too bad we don't have Tank here to do Mr. Mackey. Anyways, What do I do here? I think we start by playing a scouting mission, doing 1 to Kledji to draw 2. That's what I wanted to see. We'll play an Ancient Security Tentacle on Kledji. And let's tap him, gain 2 counters, and draw 2. And then let's send Aronik after Impactor. I'm now realizing I should have flipped him, but oh well.
Ah, I was meant to look in the sky.
Because I would have been going in for 9 Pierce 1 instead of 4 Pierce 1.
Okay. How much?
4 Pierce 1.
Well, I'll take the 1.
Damn, I should have flipped him. I'm not used to flipping Aronik in this deck.
Okay.
Scrap a Sparring Gear for a Litigious Tentacle.
Sabo for reprocess.
Alrighty, it is your go.
I will draw. What do you do? Okay. Alright, we'll reprocess the Litigious Tentacle.
Makes sense.
Put Fangry to alt mode.
Wait, wrong way.
For the sake of it, I'll put a Javelin on Impactor.
Oh, I see. Wait. Oh, wait. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, wait. Yeah, that actually makes sense. Never mind.
We'll send Fangry into Kledji.
Okay. You're going into 5.
10.
I'll take 5. And I will drop a occupation for that Forked Tentacle.
Then I'll send Prime into Aronik.
Alrighty. Going into 3, you cannot use Pierce. Even though it probably isn't going to matter.
9.
Yeah, I made a mistake by not flipping Aronik. He's dead. Anyways, we will untap, and I will draw for turn. I am now realizing I probably shouldn't have pitched that, what's it called? Occupation.
Did you draw for your pocket processor?
I did not. Good call. Let's set a secret action. Let's then play a Forked Tentacle onto Kledji. We will tap Kledji, resolving 2 abilities here thanks to Forked Tentacle, and I'll gain 2 counters on Invasion. We will scrap a Counterespionage to draw 2, and then we will scrap a Anti-Grav cell to heal 2 from himself, and I will pass turn.
Okay. Alright, I'll draw a card. Let's flip Impactor, give everybody bold 1. Now, Counterespionage. I'm gonna go for Manipulate Time.
Okay, so you managed to get one in the hand.
And
You'll
it's a
see
snap.
Tetrinite, Equipment, Litigious, Reprocess, and Abrogate. And you see a Stim Shock set.
Brutal.
Let's see.
Let's go! This card, this is a sleeper pick if you're playing a format with Bayformers cards. Just saying.
Okay, we'll start with Fangry.
Stim
Okay,
Shock.
Stim Shock.
So, all of your guys will take 1 and have their bold reduced by 3. Did Impactor flip this turn?
Yep, everybody's taking a damage. Fangry still has bold 2, though.
You have bold 1, because you have bold 1 from Prime, bold 1 from
My
Impactor.
total is 5, and it gets reduced to 2.
Oh, I forgot, Parsect is there. Duh.
Yes.
Okay. You're going into 2, 3, 4, 5, 7.
12.
I'll take 5. I will not pick up that. Actually, hold on a minute. Yeah, I'll drop a Reprocess for the Ancient Security Tentacle.
We'll send Impactor, Sturdy Javelin, we'll deal 2.
Going into
That's
2,
5.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I will take nothing.
And Prime. For 9.
Into 8, I'll take 1.
This is not ideal.
Untap. Draw for turn, draw for the processor. Let's play a Litigious Tentacle.
Oh dear.
Let's Equipment Enthusiast for 5. and then let's tap Kledji, scrapping a Counterespionage in order to heal 2, and a Occupation to draw 2. And that will end my turn. And I gain 3 counters. If you cannot kill me this turn, I will win.
Well then. Javelin.
Yeah, that's a card.
Flip Prime.
Okay.
Reckless Charge Fangry.
Yeah, that'll help.
Impactor first. 2 damage from the Javelin.
2,
So he's doing nothing.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Not even count.
Okay. Going into 2, 3, 4, 6.
That's 9, 10, 13.
Into 6, I'll take 7.
And Fangry can easily sweep the game right here.
Possibly. Let's see what happens. No, where are my blues? There's 1 blue. You're going into 7.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
10? Where the hell are you? 4, 8,
Reckless Charge.
9. Oh, that's plus 2 base. How much?
15.
15 minus 7 is... math. Math!
6. 8. 8.
15 minus 7.
Oh, you need more. You need more litigious.
He is dead over 2 over. Damn it! Litigious Tentacles mattered there, but this deck can... You can punch through this deck. Anyways, let's go to Game 3. So, we're back for Game 3. I'm going first, and I just realized that had I set that Abrogate and I had in my hand, I'm pretty sure I had a Sparring Gear, or I had an Aspect of Doubt in hand, so I could have abrogated the Reckless Charge and saved the game. Anyways, let's start by flipping Chomp and playing a Litigious Tentacle. And let's send Aronik after Impactor. 3 Pierce 1.
I'll take it. Good. Thank you. Wings. Improvise for nobles.
Okay.
Let's draw. Get rid of that tentacle.
Oh, shit. Sorry, I was trying to read something else. Anyways,
Impactor flips and goes into the Croc.
going into 3. You can't use Pierce.
Oh, there's a white. 7.
7 into 3, I'll take 4. As much as I hate doing this,
Hold the line for Counterespionage.
Pocket Processor for Aspect of Doubt. I hate to do that, but I have to. Draw for turn. Ooh, that helps. Ancient Security Tentacle on Kledji. Tap Kledji. Scrap and Manipulate Time. Gain a counter. Draw 2. Let's... Occupation. Draw 2. Scrap a Tetrinite and a Abrogate and play a Aspect of Doubt to untap Kledji. Flip Chomp back to alt mode, and this is going to seem like a weird decision, but I'm going to send Kledji into Impactor.
No, that's a smart decision.
Hi, Mirage, going in for 3.
I will take 1.
I will go ahead and drop let's drop a Tetrinite for a Anti-Grav cell. It is your go.
All right. Databank.
Pulling the vintage cards out.
Wow, he's playing the inferior version of this card. Why do I feel like I just started an argument in the comments?
2 cards.
Somebody's gonna click dislike on it just because I said that. Let's be real.
Oh, right. Flip Impactor.
Where's Stim Shock when you need it?
Precision Fire bot mode, so only the judge.
Yeah, good thing I flipped, what's his name?
And
Chomp.
Angry End, he's got bold 5.
You're
Why
going...
didn't I play the other card?
I have a point...
It's alright, I flipped 3 blues.
We just can't flip anything all of a sudden, can we?
And that is 9 Pierce 2.
I'll take 4.
Not bad.
I would agree with that.
Espionage for Reprocess.
Alrighty. I will draw for turn. Swap missions.
I don't like that combo. Seems bad.
I mean, it hasn't won me a game yet. Anyways, let's just play an Anti-Grav cell onto Kledji and then send Chomp after Impactor. I will keep that. Damn it, I missed the trigger. Going in for 4 Pierce 1.
I will take the 1.
Damn, I missed the trigger. Anyways, it is your go.
Alright, I'll draw. Let's get rid. Whoa. Draw an extra card off the data bank.
Off the data bank, wow.
Flip Prime. Reprocess your tentacle.
Damn.
Nobles on Prime.
Ouch.
Into the shark.
Alrighty. Going into 3.
12.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yes.
You have no green, so I'll drop a Reprocess for this tentacle. Untap. Draw for turn. That helps massively, because I can play an Ancient Security Tentacle on Kledji, tap him, Anti-Grav will trigger, untap him, scrap the Occupation to draw 2. Then we are going to just send Aronik after Impactor.
Alright.
Going in for 3 Pierce 2.
Not tough. I'll take your Pierce 2.
Okay, do I want that Counterespionage? And I think that answer is going to be yes. I'll drop an Unflinching Courage for it. Why I put that card in here, I have no idea. Your go.
It's bold. Blue black. Not bad. Let's draw 2. Flip Impactor. Grenade Launcher on Fangry.
Oh my god, no! Stop it!
How much damage am I doing here?
Hopefully none.
Reckless Charge for the sake of it? And let's swing.
Yeah, that's a card! Going into 4.
The amount of orange I flip indicates he's dead.
You have no
and
greens.
For those interested, 16.
Yeah, that was killing me. Counter-espionage for Aspect of Doubt. Draw for turn. Ooh, that is interesting. Let's play a Litigious Tentacle. Tap Kledji. And we'll scrap a Counter-espionage to draw 2. Let's Equipment Enthusiast for 3. And I will have to pass the turn.
Whew, no secrets. Wonderful. You ready?
Bring it on. At least you're not
Roll
playing
out.
cards this time. Oh, shut up!
So those 2 flip. I'll flip Impactor back.
So is it each... Whoop. Zoomed out. Now I gotta readjust the camera.
Where was I?
Each of your characters. Yep, Impactor has bold 2.
So in 3, actually. It's Prime. So Impactor in.
Impactor in, At least they're going into a white icon. Going into
could be
2,
worse.
3, 4, 5,
Only
6,
it's
7.
6.
I'll
No.
take nothing. I will go ahead and after your greens,
I'll drop a Precision for our process.
open agenda for a Forked Tentacle.
And here's the fun one. Angry.
Alrighty, how much you gonna do this time? Going into 8.
So base of 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
15 into 8, I'll take 7. I'm on 10.
I'll drop a rollout for Counter-Espionage.
I will drop a open agenda for a pocket processor. Untap. Draw for turn. Let's tap Kledji, scrap a Sparring Gear to heal 2 from himself, gain 2 counters. Then we'll replace Aspect of Doubt with Aspect of Doubt. Then let's Scouting Mission to draw 2. And send him after Impactor. Going in for 3 Pierce 2.
I'll take you 2.
I will not pick up that Counterespionage.
I also won't pick up the Reprocess. Let's draw. Perfect. Let's flip Impactor.
Okay.
Erratic Lightning Fangry.
Oh,
Draw an extra card off the pocket before I forget. That was a mistake. Yeah, I'm putting all my resources into Fangry here, definitely. I've got time. Reckless Charge Fangry.
Oh my god, that card is glued to your fucking hand!
Yeah, that happens sometimes. And he swings. I hope to end the game with Fangry.
Going into 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So, base of 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17!
17 into 7, I'll take 10.
Drop an improv for a wedge. A Noble's Blaster, sorry, that looks way better. Impact. Prime. Prime is going to swing.
Okay. Going into 8.
How much? 6, 7, 8, 9, Pierce 1.
I'll take the 1.
And Impactor.
Uh-oh. Going into 6.
One more pull. So 8.
8 into 6, I'll take 2.
Whew.
I will not pick up that Litigious Tentacle. Untap. Draw for turn. Uh-oh. I'm not sure I can win this.
Indeed.
But I might be able to here. We're going to Forked Tentacle. Tap Kledji. Scrap a... Actually, no, not the Forked Tentacle. Litigious Tentacle. Scrap the Reprocess on the tap to draw 2.
I think that's your play.
I'm trying to see, do I have a way to win this?
I think it's luck of the draw.
Except it's not. My other aspect is in here.
Boo.
Unfortunately, I cannot win this. But had I not punted game 2, I would have won the set. But I was in it till the last second here, so even through that constant reprocessing, this deck is able to put up a fight if you know what you're doing. And of course, there were definitely some
Manipulate time?
What? Oh, wait. I mean, I could draw Manipulate Time, but let's just say I play Occupation. I draw 2. There's the Manipulate Time, but I can't play it because it's not a green card when I set it.
It's true.
It's a secret action. Now, if it had allowed me to... No, it's secret actions are treated as blank actions when played.
I'm surprised you didn't play the equivalent to just draw 4.
Well, I couldn't have played Swap Missions. Let's see if the Swap Missions was in there. No, it was not. I needed a Swap Missions to win the game. Otherwise, I could not have... I needed Swap Missions or Aspect of Doubt in the deck, and the problem is the other copy was not, unfortunately. Like, this deck wasn't optimized, to say the least. Like, Unflinching Courage was probably a bad call. There's a card that's coming later in the beta, and Scorp just hopped out. That's weird. There's a card coming later in the BFB beta that definitely helps this out that I was not playing for reasons. And there's definitely some room for optimization in here, which I will leave to you to discover. So Thank you very much to Scorp, who was joining me for this match, albeit he hopped out of the room, and, oh, he had to go. Okay, so he had to leave, and, yeah, Invasion of Cybertron. It's not as strong as Daring Escape, but it definitely can put up a fight even if your opponent knows what you're doing. Like, Scorp got Reprocess off a few times, and I still managed to get up to 12 counters. Just unfortunate series of events on the draw, so... yeah, that'll do it for my Invasion of Cybertron preview as well as Kledji. Hopefully you enjoyed, and reminder, if you want to test this yourself and possibly influence what direction it goes in terms of what it does, how many counters Invasion of Cybertron has potentially, all the links are down in the description to get the cards to print off, to test them, links to the Discord, links to the feedback form. I mentioned this all at the beginning of the video. It's all available to you. Come join us testing things. You're going to enjoy it, and I swear to God, you will not get traumatized like I did with Last Line of Defense. That was a one-time thing.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will.
You're not exactly helping your case there. But yeah, I'm joking about the whole trauma thing. It's just an absolute blast. I just got annoying playing the same thing over and over again. But that's how testing works. So, anyways, I'm going to shut up before I keep rambling. So, again, hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you join us for the beta. And that will do it for this video. Peace out, y'all.